Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim, and this is a channel where we talk about everything to do with crafting. So from amigurumi to weaving and everything in between. If you like crafting, stick around. I think you're going to like it here. So this is an episode of Coffee with Kim. This is a Friday episode of Coffee with Kim. We made it through the week, and I'm so happy you're here. So I have so much to tell you about. Okay, so you can see behind me, we're good. I got all that all set up. We're gonna leave it be for now. I'm not gonna do the expense of new shelves until that causes me to lose sleep, and then we'll figure it out from there. But so that dilemma is behind me. I got some orders in my Etsy store yesterday. So exciting. So just so you know, Karen, it's on its way. That was fun. And I did use my little balls of yarn, my spare balls of yarn. I was always wondering what to do. Well, I use them as packing material. So in here, I have packed it up real good. And the little balls of yarn are now my packing peanuts. So that works really good. Check out my new mug. Wow, I just missed my mouth. Check out my new mug. I'm still working on this part of the tea and creative, and the reason I'm messing with it is because when I do it on my Cricut, the tea is so tiny, the thread is so tiny through the needle, it's really hard to pull out, and it's really messing up. So the tea is actually a work in progress. But I do love the colors. So these will be up on my Etsy store as well. You can have the Be Creative, or you can have the Coffee with Kim. I will put those updated today. I may have to up the price a little bit because I can only use, so far I've only found that I can use actual the Cricut ones for this. And they're a little bit more expensive. I mean, I was getting mugs for 50 cents, 25 cents at my thrift store, but they won't work with the mug press. So I got to spend like, I don't know, $2 to $3 a piece for these. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. That means I get to go to Michael's today. It's always a good thing. Let's see what else. Yesterday. Let's talk about yesterday. Okay, so as you know, the day started off with a bang. And so I was wide awake by the time, the day started. And Fritzy, if you have not met Fritzy, if this is your first visit, Coffee with Kim, Fritzy is my little long-haired Chihuahua. He had a vet appointment yesterday because I'm worried about his weight gain. Yeah, he just, no matter what I do, he keeps gaining weight. And I monitor his food. Anyway, so I took him to the vet, and they checked him all over. First of all, they said his teeth are beautiful, which is very rare, they say, for a small dog. For some reason, small dogs are known for bad teeth. But he does let me brush them. So sometimes in the evenings when we're watching, whatever, I'll put that little finger toothbrush on and I'll just do his teeth, and he lets me, so that's fine. Plus he does love his chew bones. And I would say bully sticks, but I can't do them anymore because they're too high calorie. So I've been giving him, it's called no hide, and they're only like 14 calories. So I figure that into his calorie count for the day, and he's allowed to have one of those a day. So anyway, his teeth are good. He's 13 pounds and he should be 8 to 10. So we're going to work on that. They were actually also concerned about his back leg. I call it the driver's side, his back left leg. When he was little, he jumped down when I wasn't watching. And ever since then, he's had a really bad kneecap. So here's the kneecap and here's where the joint sits in. His is like over there. And they say he needs surgery, but a couple things. One, I don't want to put him under anesthesia. It was terrible enough when I had to have him fixed. So if I don't have to put him under anesthesia, I won't, but I also don't want him in pain. So first things first, I have to get him down to where he's supposed to be weight-wise, and then we'll have another discussion about whether or not he needs surgery. So that's that. Funny thing though, so anytime Fritzy sees another animal, it doesn't matter if it's a picture of an animal, if it's up on the TV, it doesn't matter. He barks. Bark, 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 bark. He does not like other animals. It could be a llama. We have a commercial here with bison on it. He barks at them. We have a local news channel that does Pet Connection. He has trained himself now that he hears the music and runs in and barks at the TV. So he's very dramatic about other animals. Well, I'm in the waiting room at the vet, and this little dog with its master comes in, and she's not cute, but she's little. I mean, she's not as cute as my Fritz. I'll put it that way. She is cute. Anyway, Fritzy did not even snuff at her. Normally he'll go just before he barks. He didn't even do that. He just looked at her and looked at me and looked at her, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And it wasn't because he was scared, because the next dog that walked in the room, he lost his mind. But that little dog, he didn't. So Mr. Fortunate and I were picking on Fritzy last night. You got a girlfriend. So anyway, his vet check was very good. We changed his food, made sure I'm literally monitoring every bite he takes. So we will get him down. So today is, I don't know, February what, 9th, I think? February 9th, he's 13 pounds. We'll see what he is in a couple weeks. So then I took Fritzy home because he had to have his nails clipped, and he was very traumatized. So I brought him home to have a nap, and I had to run out and get his new food. And so I go out, and I went to a local small pet store, and they did not have the kind of food that my vet suggested. So I had to go to Tractor Supply. So I went to Tractor Supply, and I got the food, and I got him a little, one of those Kong little ones, because the vet also suggested, instead of giving him so many chew toys or so many chew bones, freeze some of his food. Soak his food in water, freeze it, and soak his food in water, put it in the Kong, and then freeze it and give it to him. So it's in the freezer now. It's been overnight. I'm going to give it to him later. See how that works out. But anyway, so I get all my stuff, and I swear I heard my name. All right, I didn't, but I look over, and there's a cart of plants. Now, I did do a short video of this yesterday, but in case you guys didn't see it, I want to tell you the whole story. So there's this cart of plants, and I talk to people. I just do. So there is this poor woman walking next to me, and I looked at her. I went, "Did you hear that?" And she's looking around. She's like, "Hear what?" And I pointed to the cart of plants. I said, "They're calling my name. Did you hear it? I need a witness that they heard it, or that you heard it." And she started laughing. She goes, "Oh, I heard it." She goes, "I don't even know your name, and I know they're calling you." So I go over to the cart, and there are Christmas cactus. Oh, they look terrible. They hadn't been watered, I think, since Christmas. Good thing they're cactus. They had hard, rotten spots on them. Oh, they just looked awful. If I can find it, I did try to do a quick video in the store. I'll try to put it in $9.29. I'll try to put it. So I'm looking at all these plants, and I'm looking at the price tag on it, and the price tag says clearance 50%. So they were 18, so they were marked down to 9, and then clearance like 70, I don't know. Anyway, they were really cheap. So I saw these two. Now, what you're seeing here is 18 hours worth of the correct type of care. So what I did was I brought these home, I put them in the sink, and I gave them some water. And the reason I put them in the sink is because if it leaks out the bottom, I wanted it to soak back up. So I put them in the sink, not filled, but I gave them water, and look at them. They're so happy. But that's not all. Of course, that's not all. This is me. There were hanging ones. Now, if you can see this piece, okay, there were chunks of this that looked like that. It was just, I was like, how could you work at a place and let a plant get so bad? It just is not nice. So I did the same thing with this one and this one. Total said and done, $7 for all 4 plants. And look, you can still see right here. Look at this. This is what this poor thing, big chunks of it just look like this. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I brought these home. Yeah, see, I might try to save that one. I don't know, the end looks kind of crunchy, but I might try to save up here. So there we go. I have 4 new plant babies. Yeah, so I'm going to snip this off right here. And I'm going to soak this in water and see if I can't revive that. I have like a nursery of plants. I have all my regular plants that I water and take care of and this and that. And then I have a nursery of all the pieces and clippings and parts and stuff like that. So yeah, lesson for today, pay attention in the big box stores, because a lot of times the people there that are taking care of the plants have no idea how to take care of the plants they're looking after, and this happens. These are totally savable. I mean, if you could have seen what these look like yesterday, which I hope you will, I'll put the video up. I did it quick because I was, in a store, there was music playing. I might have to take the audio off. But, I mean, look how happy that plant is now. Here's a good example of what it looked like. Oh, it was terrible. So, there's my new green baby. That's what I'll call them, my green babies. Not that I have anywhere to put them, but we'll figure it out because they are worth it. So pretty. I'll put that one up there. So, I saved those. And then, so I leave Tractor Supply. I'm all happy. I got my plants. And I had bought enough. It was like chicken fence, but it was plastic chicken fence. I bought enough to make Fritz a little yard to play, because I like to let him run without a leash, but he likes to go to the neighbor's yard and I don't want him over there. Plus, I don't want him that far away from me because there's eagles around. So all around, I want him near me. So I'm making up this little play area for him. So I'm all happy. I'm celebrating the fact that I had gotten a gift card from work. So none of this really actually cost me anything because I used the gift card. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to lunch with the balance of the gift card. So there's this restaurant right next to the Tractor Supply. And I'm like, there's one of my favorite salads there. So I go in, I order the salad, and I get a text from my daughter. I'm headed over in a minute. I completely got my days mixed up. I thought she and I were meeting for lunch today. It was yesterday. So here I had just gotten my salad. I call over some random waitress, not even mine. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry, I need a box. I gotta go. But so I handed her the credit card, the gift card. It was actually like a Visa gift card. I hand her that. As I'm running out the door, she's running after me to give that back to me. And so I run up. It's about 20 minutes away. I run up. I run into the restaurant where my daughter is. I'm like, hey. I didn't even tell her that I had my days mixed up. So we had a nice visit though. Oh, she's so pregnant. She's so cute. I love it. But it's fun when her sentence starts with, "Now here's something I can talk to only you about." I'm like, okay. Which is sweet because she does have a lot of friends that, she's known them since she was a baby, and if she can only share it with me, that means, it's kind of important. But we'll get a new ultrasound next week. Can't wait to see my grandson. It's funny because while we're sitting there at lunch, she's pushing like this. I'm like, what are you, she's like, "He's up under my rib cage." She said to me, "I can't wait to see how much he weighs because my guess is about 85 pounds. I'm like, I'm sure it feels like that. But it was a really nice visit. And so I ordered another salad. That one I had time to finish. But it was just funny. I was like, oh my goodness. Had she not texted me, I would have gotten a text, "Where are you?" So that was that. So do you remember, those of you that watch my treasure hunts, I bought a package. I was in this thrift store and I found a package of stuffed bear parts. It was the head and the legs, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with him. So I made like a little Cub Scout. So I made his little body and I stuffed it with a ball of yarn, and then his little sash, and there we go. My little Cub Scout. So, because I have time to do all that as well. I'm redoing the wall in my room. The other night when Fritz and I went to bed, I told you that one of the pictures fell off the wall. So I was like, I'm not hanging that back up. So I'm actually making vinyl to hang up. So my whole room is birds. So I've already done a bird on a limb over here and a bird on a limb over here. So I'm going to put this in the middle. I think it's going to be really pretty. So love that. Today's supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to be 52 degrees on February 9th. Unheard of. So Fritzy and I will be outside as much as possible today in that new yard I made for him. So I put the yard around my yard swing, my lawn swing, because he loves to sit on the swing with me. And the swing is facing the river, so we're watching the geese go by, and when the geese make noise, he looks like, what are you doing? He gets all mad. Be quiet. But I can't wait to get out there. Of course, I'll sit still for about 2 seconds, and then I'll hop up and clean up a bunch of the yard, because remember the river came up, and we've got a lot of stuff all over our yard. A lot. So if I pick up little areas at a time, it's not a whole day's worth of raking where you get the blisters and this and that, which I've had many of those days. Many of those days where my back is like, well, are you kidding? What are we doing? I also want to get inside the camper today. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful too, but I am going over to my daughter's house to help her because she can't lean down to clean anymore. So I'm going to help her clean her house. Yeah, so that's what I got going on today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you had a great week. I put up some new short videos this morning. Some cute ones. It's funny because I put one up of Fritzy. I'm trying to get him to sit in his seat. And people online are so funny. Because instead of seeing a cute little puppy sitting in his seat, they're like, oh, you people that ride in the fast lane going 20 miles an hour. And I was like, first of all, you don't know where I live. I was up in the back roads, wasn't another car in sight. And it was like one step above a dirt road. But sorry if someone annoyed you on the highway going slow. Anyway, all right, that's enough for today. I'm going to get myself going. The sun is up. I'm ready to get outside with Fritzy. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Check out all my other videos. I got a lot going on in there. Let's see what else. I do have a link below to buy me a cup of coffee if you would check that out. That muchly appreciated. I also have a link to my book that is on Amazon. It's an ebook, and it's the first in a series. It's called Be Creative, of course. Check that out if you would. Lots of stuff going on. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. If you would please give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, leave me a comment. I love to read the comments. I try to respond to every single one. I either at least thumbs up or give a heart to it, just to let you know I've read it and acknowledge it, and then I'll go back and respond to it later when I have time. So if you check all that out, share my channel with whoever you can. We are up to 757 members, subscribers, whatever. I also have the Facebook page, Fortunate Creations fan group. So if you want to join that, lots of stuff going on. I appreciate you. Remember, always be creative. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow, live in the morning, 8 a.m. See you then.